Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back to Townsend Field here in LaMoure, North Dakota. It's day 2 of the 2025 State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament on yourliveevent.com. Complete coverage for you with live video and audio now through the weekend and possibly next, this Tuesday. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this possible. Thanks to Greg Peterson, tournament manager here in LaMoure, and everybody involved for putting on a great tournament here in LaMoure for the State Babe Ruth Tournament. So we want to send a big shout out to them, and of course, sponsors as well for making this all possible. So we got one game in the books, another one coming up. Chase, right? So you want to run down what all happened so far today?
Yeah, really nice performance by Park River in a 10-0 win over Burlington in that particular game. They were really let off right off the bat by Owen Brown. 3 1/3 innings of work, giving up 0 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. He went just over the minimum. Park River advanced and will play the loser of either Central McLean or Thompson in the State Babe Ruth Tournament upcoming tomorrow at noon for the first of 3 games. So Park River moves on. Burlington, the first team eliminated so far here today, Greg. And then coming up a little bit later on in the winner's bracket at 4 o'clock, it's winner against Castleton. And then after that, the nightcap at 6:30 will be a Central McLean against Thompson. And all those games, again, will be right here on yourliveevent.com for a bracket breakdown, Greg.
Yep, bracket breakdown throughout the tournament. It's brought to you by Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. So, all right, well, we'll take a break here. We'll come back, and we'll get to the starting lineups and tell you what's all in store here for the 2 teams meeting for elimination. It's the host, LaMoure A's, and Bottineau next.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back here to Townsend Field in LaMoure. I'm Greg for yourliveevent.com. We got Chase Miller joining us as well. Our pre- and post-game interviews throughout the tournament and the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. For more information, visit dhb.bank. And, we got starting lineups here shortly, but first, kind of got some other tournaments going on. They're getting ready, like the A's and the B's side of things are getting ready for their state tournament next week, right, Chase?
Yeah, so you're going to get ready for the State A coming up on Thursday. We'll have all the tournament action for you on your liveevent.com. We'll officially know what the matchups in the opening round pairings after today, barring we get all these games in and weather across the state as it is sticky out there. We were just kind of speaking with some folks in the press box. It doesn't take much for a pop-up shower with these kind of conditions to maybe roll through and cause some havoc, but fingers crossed that we don't have to worry about that here in LaMoure over the next couple of days. But the State A will be on a Thursday in Castleton. Come on out for that. That'll be at 11 o'clock. You're going to be talking about teams like Castleton, Kindred. You also have a potentially like a Valley City, Devils Lake, squads of that nature. Then kind of the Fargo Post 2, number 2 Legion teams, similar to Post 400 teams of that caliber that will be there in Castleton. Then the State B tournament, here's what it looks like. Langdon and Thompson at 10:30 upcoming on Friday, August the 1st in Park River. So you'll have Langdon and Thompson. Then 12:30 will be Candu, Lytton, Ashley, Wishick on Friday in Park River. Bottom half of the bracket will feature LaMoure. So for LaMoure fans unable maybe to make it up there right away on Friday, because you still got to put in that 8 to 5, so to speak, we'll have you covered. So again, LaMoure versus Renville County at 2:30. Then roughly at 5 o'clock on Friday will be the final game, Park River and Washburn. So you still got the State A, still got the State B. Once we get done here with this next game, Greg, we're going to be close to almost halfway done here with the State Babe Ruth tournament. Then August 22nd will be high school football. August 26th roughly will be high school volleyball. We got our first couple of weeks or so of the fall schedule on our website, yourliveevent.com. So simply hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can go to our website and find all the action and upcoming schedules there throughout the next couple of weeks here, Greg.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We got the State Babe Ruth and then State B, State A coverage for you right here in your live events, live video and audio. You talking with Greg Peterson this morning. He's like, yeah, it's cool because I can, he's working the tournament, obviously. He's a tournament manager. But this winter, he's like, I can watch baseball all winter long right here on your live events.
It's nice because as much as people watch it in person, I think you and I both, I know I was pleasantly surprised the first time working with your live event now about 5 years ago, when a lot of folks said, we go back and rewatch those games, like a Friday night football game. Maybe you're traveling back home after the game, or you just kind of wake up Saturday morning, have some brunch, have some breakfast, and watch a quarter, watch a game, and you kind of go back and listen to what you have to say, Greg or myself, or was that a good call? Wasn't it a good call, so to speak, from your perspective? But a lot of folks go back and rewatch it just as much as well. So if you got some of your loved ones that we've been able to interview so far, you can go back, and Owen Brown, for example, that we talked with Park River, and for some of these kids, just with the age they're at, this might be the first time they've really had a chance to, be profiled and interviewed, because they maybe haven't had a chance to play at the varsity level yet from a high school standpoint. So it's fun to kind of recognize their achievements and their efforts to get to a state tournament here, Greg, and just kind of keep moving forward and give them that chance and maybe some recognition in their own right.
Yeah, and some teams that have never been here, Central McLean, Gwinner, they're coming up next. They've, Gwinner has been over 50 years since they've made a state tournament. So yeah, it's a great spot to be in. So, all right, we'll take another break, and we'll come back with starting lineups next. It's LaMoure and Bottineau elimination of the State Babe Ruth baseball tournament in LaMoure right here on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ground North is a coffee shop and boutique located in the Bank North Mall in LaMoure, North Dakota. You can find a complete outfit at Ground North, from sizes to small up to 3XL, ranging from sweaters, a variety of tops, bottoms, activewear, loungewear, and more. Ground North is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information or to check out the latest styles, go online to groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com. The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you, from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. Download the app and make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let LaMoure Drugstore help you check out your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMoureDrugstore.com. That's LaMoureDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams, and go LaMoure Babe Ruth.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology, it's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland, and our commitment is unwavering because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
Welcome back to Townsend Field. It's the 2025 State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. Complete coverage for you right here on yourliveevent.com. And we got LaMoure and Bottineau coming up here. So we're going to get to our starting lineups. And starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned, crystalsugar.com. So these two teams will play here, and the winner moves on. Plays tomorrow at 2:30. And the loser's done for the year and would have gone 0-2 in this tournament. Burlington eliminated earlier against Park River, 10-0 in 6 innings. So, all right, let's get to the visitors' scoreboard, or the starting lineup here, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. As LaMoure A's will have their starting lineup here. Head coach Heath Schaefer in his 4th year as head coach for LaMoure Babe Ruth. And he's assisted by Kyle Workin. Okay, so now it's in the subs for LaMoure. Batting first will be Grayson Matson, the catcher. Then batting second will be Joey Potts, the center fielder. Pitching, batting third will be number 28, Easton Thielges. Batting in the cleanup spot will be the left fielder, Vance Waldy. And also batting fifth will be number 36, Luke Wagner. He'll play at third base. Batting sixth will be Rylan Ulmer at second base. So Ulmer at second, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Crosby Shockman at first. Batting eighth will be the DH, Russ Arndt. And batting ninth will be Oliver Lesko in right field. And Thomas Waldy will play at shortstop. So District 6 champs, head coach Heath Schaefer, assisted by Kyle Workin. Manager is Greg Peterson. He's also the district tournament manager here for the State Babe Ruth tournament. Okay, that's the visitors on the scoreboard. So now the lineup here for the Bottineau Diamond Slugs. And the Bottineau Diamond Slugs head coach is Mark LaCroix. He's in his 15th year. And for Bottineau, this is their 4th appearance at the state tournament in 7 years. So Caden Bristol will bat leadoff at short. Mason Bristol will bat second at first. And then third on the mound will be Griffin Right-on. Batting cleanup will Mason Lochner at center field, wearing number 12. He's cleanup man. Batting fifth will be the catcher, Clint Sikora. Batting sixth now, the Austin Getzloff at third. Batting seventh will be Dawson Gus at second base. Batting eighth, Tyson Getzloff in left field. He wears number 14, and then number 9 batter today for Bottineau will be Grayson Kitzman, the right fielder. He wears number 2. So that's the lineup here for Mark LaCroix in his 15th year for Bottineau Diamond Slugs. They are 20-6, and they made state 2 years ago and 4 out of the last 7 years. It'd be can-do to get here to the state tournament. So that's your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, and we'll be back with first pitch right after this.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools from the M18 8-amp Forge battery on sale, $50 off, or buy a 2-pack 6-amp high-out battery and receive a M18 inflator or grease gun for free while supplies last. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go to LaMoureHardware.com. That's LaMoureHardware.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back to Townsend Field. I'm Greg for YourLiveEvent.com. Also in the booth, Chase Miller. And our first pitch coming up. First pitch brought to you by Bank North. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit their website today. banknorth.bank. Bank North, member FDIC and equal housing lender. So thank you, Bank North. First pitch and double play as well. So thank you all the sponsors again. Warming up is Griffin right on. And he's warming up catcher Sakura. And we should be getting things underway here. Got feels like 92 degrees out here, Chase. So
Yeah, it's sticky, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a nice little wind, maybe blowing a little bit more in from center. Yesterday, Greg, yesterday was kind of more of a south to north, almost from right field towards the third base dugout. This one maybe blowing just a little bit more in from straightaway center field. Wind is nice, but yeah, if you're doing any yard work, gardening, this would be a warm day. If you're in the lake, maybe still a little warm, but maybe a little better if you're in a nice cool lake on that.
yeah, that actually sounds good. Or pool. Pool would be nice. Take a dip. But all right, we're ready for baseball here. Hopefully everybody's staying hydrated, staying cool, and we should be ready for action here. We're going to be first pitch at 1:31. And first pitch coming across, it'll be a strike to Grayson Matson. 82 degrees, feels like 92. We got winds south 10 to 20. Here's the pitch from right on. That's lifted, and that's going to go to center field. Drop for a hit in front of the center fielder, Lochner. So Grayson Matson for the A's gets things going here.
Our first hit of the game brought to you in part right on cue by First Care Health Center in Park River.
First Care Health Center, Hometown Health is a home run with First Care Health Center, Park River. Checks first and throws over there, back safely, and plenty of time is Matson. Meet the defense here for Bottineau. We got Sakura catching, Mason Bristol at first, Dawson Gus at second, Caden Bristol at short, Austin Getzloff at third, Tyson Getzloff in left, Lochner in center, and Kitzman in right. For head coach Mark LaCroix, there's a ball. So 1-0. Coach LaCroix has been part of Bottineau baseball for 23 years. So here's the pitch, runner goes. The strike, throw down a second, and not in time. So Matson safe at second. And that is an S&T Quick Stop stolen base. Slide into S&T Quick Stop, your local go-to for groceries, deli, favorite snacks, and more. Located in Thompson, North Dakota. Here's Potts. 1-1. 1-2, or 2-1 now to Potts. So 2-0 or 2-1 to Joey Potts, and then Thiel just on deck here for LaMoure A's in the top of the first. They are the visitors once again here in LaMoure. Here's a foul ball over our heads. 2-2. They're the visitors yesterday in the loss to Thompson 6-1. Bottineau fell to Central McLean 3-2. Lose this one, you're done. You win, you move on and play at 2:30 tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Bounces to the plate, gets away, and that should take the runner to third. It does. So Matson at third now. So the A's trying to get on early here in the top of the first. Number 24 sets. And the pitch. The ball outside, gonna be a walk. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Easton Theelgis. So right on the mound here for Bottineau. Sets in the pitch. There's a strike. They throw down, and the shortstop lets it go. Second baseman blitz it, but it's going to be pot stolen base.
It was dangerous there by Caden Bristol. He faked that he was going to grab it and almost deked out his second baseman on the one hop there. Good job by Gus to at least get a hand on it. So runners now in scoring position here at second and third.
Pitch from right on. Popped up. Going to go to right field. Right fielder coming in, and reaches down and makes the grab. Boy, nice recovery there. He had to reach down almost to the ground to make that put out, so Kitzman is out. Or Kitzman makes the put out off the bat of Theelgis. So that's going to be one down now, and here's Vance Waldy. So Waldy will dig in. And the pitch. There's a strike. So we got Eric Olson calling our balls and strikes. Then Brady Theelgis and Dan Haugen. Dan looks like he's here at first. First base ump. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to be strike 2 to Waldy. Set and 0-2 coming in. There's a ball. 1-2.
Yeah, Rayton didn't miss by much. Really good location. 0-2. Got the breaking ball over. Just seeing if he can maybe get Waldy to roll one into the infield here. Who was playing back, so he'll give up a run.
It's a grounder. Going to go to second. Second baseman. I think he lost it. And the runner's going to score. Now they're going to have the runner going to third. Here's the play, and not in time. So Matson scores on the grounder, and Potts at third.
Interesting move there by Potts, kind of waiting and seeing what was going to happen on that. He almost got thrown out, being almost too cautious there at second base. But again, really good piece of hitting by Vance Waldy, right? You just see what the infield's doing. If they're staying back, they're going to give up a run. So able to drive in a Matson on that play.
Here's Wagner now. There's a strike. So the A's strike first. They lead at 1-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. With locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, visit dhb.bank. And there's a strike. Another strike. So it'll be 0-2 to Wagner. And the pitch. Got him to chase. Going to get away. And catcher has no idea where the ball is. That'll allow a runner to score. So Potts will score. Wagner safe after a drop third strike.
Unfortunate there. Just you saw Sikora just did not have a clue where the ball was. He looked right. And then by the time he looked right, it was already over with that ball, scampering to the left. So unfortunate bounce on that particular one for Bottineau. But LaMoure early on here, 2 runs across here in the top of the first inning.
Ulmer now with 2 down and 1 on. Pitch. There's a strike. So the A's coming out here strong in the top of the first. The host team trying to survive another day. Right on. Checks first in the pitch. It's a high grounder. Going to go to third. Third baseman up with it and over to first and out. So it gets off to Bristol, and Ulmer is retired in the 5-3. That's going to do it here for the A's. They're going to leave a runner stranded, but come up with 2 runs. And now your score is 2-0 with Bottineau coming to bat in the bottom of the first on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Welcome back here to Townsend Field in LaMoure. I'm Greg for YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller joining as well. And we're heading to the home half of the first. 2-0 LaMoure with Bottineau Diamond Slugs coming to bat. We are broadcasting today and throughout the entire tournament of the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament from the broadcast booth here. And it's going to be Ground North Coffee and Boutique. Ground North Coffee and Boutique. You can go to the website, groundnorthboutique.com, for high-quality, affordable fashion. Or stop in for different tea and coffee brew options. So, Ground North Coffee and Boutique. Broadcast booth throughout the tournament. So, there we go. Alrighty. So, it'll be Bristol to lead it off here for Bottineau. Bottineau head coach Mark LaCroix. Beat Can-Do to get here. So it's going to be Thiel just delivering the first pitch at the bottom of the first. There's a strike. 0-1 to Caden Bristol. That'll be Mason and Griffin Wright on the pitcher. For the Diamond Slugs, the District 2 champs, and the pitch. There's a ball. So it'll be 1-1 to Bristol. Thiel just gets assigned from Grayson Matson. There's a sharp roller to short. It's going to be bobbled by Waldy. It'll be no play. So might be an error there at short. We'll see how they rule it.
Yeah, that one should go down as an error. And, well, for Bottineau, you get the leadoff runner aboard, just like LaMoure did in the top half of the inning, Greg, and see if you can capitalize and try to drive it a run.
Bristol now. Mason Bristol. Brother to Caden. Thiel just long look over first, fires over there, and back safely as a runner. Thiel just again looks over, is Shockman holding him on, and the pitch. There's a strike to left-handed batter. Let's meet the defense here for the A's. We got Matson catching, Shockman at first, Rylan Ulmer at second, Thomas Waldy at short, Luke Wagner third, Vance Waldy in left, Joey Potts in center, and Oliver Lesko and right for head coach Heath Schaefer, assisted by Kyle Workin. There's a ball. So we 1-1 to Mason Bristol. Heath Schaefer in his fourth year, and the pitch. There's a strike. Nice pitch from Thielgis.
Great breaking ball. Mason Bristol trying to look it in all the way, maybe thinking it was going to be a little out of the zone.
1-2 now, the count to Bristol. And here comes. Just got a piece, stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He follows it back.
Foul ball is brought to you in part by LaMoure Hardware, a community one-stop shop. Go online to LaMoureHardware.com. That again is LaMoureHardware.com. Contact Ryan, Eve, and the gang throughout the week upcoming at LaMoure Hardware.
Thiel just working on the mound for the A's. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's lifted foul. Back behind the plate. So another foul ball, and Bristol has to retreat back to first.
Now, today there is someone that is standing on that deck over there. There's a nice little spot, little hammock. So if got to be wary of those little foul balls that might bounce up onto the deck as we saw yesterday.
Thiel just again, the righty. Working, fires, another foul ball. Bristol is breaking a second, then retreated. So 1-2 still to Mason Bristol. Righty versus lefty. And there's a swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and it's going to be off target. Runner will be safe. Bristol strikes out. And Caden Bristol at second. That's a stolen base there, brought to you by S&T Quick Stop.
Yeah, trying to put a little action on, right? Trying to maybe get a little hit and run, see if you can get a guy across the board there. But you got him in a scoring position there, Greg, and you got that first out of the inning.
All right, here's right on. Griffin right on now. There's a ball. So it'll be 1-0 to Griffin. Second baseman Ulmer holding the runner on there at second, and the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 to Griffin right on. Ildis again working and fires. Gets away kind of high, so it'll be 2-1 now to right on. LaMoure hosting the State Babe Ruth tournament for the first time ever. Hosted several Legion tournaments, State Legion tournaments. Here's a pitch. It's a sharp roller, takes a hop, and it's going to go into center field for a base hit. Bristol rounding third. They'll send him. Here's the play, and it's not in time. It actually goes over, and that'll take the runner to second. So Bottineau gets on the board here. It's going to be 2-1 your score. And the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, you get a nice single there by right on going right up the middle. Potts' throw just airmails Madsen, where right on, he was going to stay at first, so that throw that went all the way to the backstop allows him to get into scoring position here, Greg, and just kind of trading bases and able to get at least one run back here so far in the bottom of the first inning.
Got a courtesy runner at second. It's going to be Lochner to bat now. And the pitch. It's going to be high. So it'll be 1-0 to Lochner. Here's the delivery, and going to be a strike. Nice pitch from Theodis. Going to be even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So number Condit. Condit running at second. Just swing and a miss. Be 1-2 to Lochner. There's a big swing and a miss, and Lochner strikes out. Pitch from Thiel, just 2 down.
If you like this, Greg's been every other. Got a on base with an error. You got a strikeout, single, and a strikeout, which means if you go every other, that means Bottineau has a chance to get another runner on base right now.
All righty, here's Thiel just working with 2 down in the pitch. There's a strike to Sakura, 0-1. I think that's Central McLean cruising in again. Big cruiser over there. They're coming up next. Actually, they played last game tonight. Still 2 more games coming up in the pitch. Outside, this will be 1-1 to Sakura. Gwinner and Castleton coming up next, 4 o'clock. Central McLean and Thompson later on. And the pitch. That's hit well to center. Center fielder tracking to his left and makes the play. That's Potts with the put out. So Sakura is out on a fly out to center field. All right, through 1 inning. It's Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's LaMoure 2, Bottineau 1.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Welcome back here in LaMoure, North Dakota, host of the 2025 State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. And this is day 2 of the tournament, game 2 of the day. Earlier today was Park River over Burlington 10-0 in 6 innings. So Burlington eliminated. Park River moves on and plays at noon tomorrow. So the Pirates still alive in this tournament. Park River, they finished 4th last year. So they're still alive. LaMoure still alive. They finished runner-up last year. We'll have a new champ this year. As Kindred was beat by Castleton in the district championship this year. So we'll definitely have a new champ, but could have, we'll see what happens throughout the tournament. But LaMoure trying to get back to that championship. But first, they got to get past the Diamond Slugs. So it'll be Schachman, Arndt, and Lesko to face right on here in the top of the second. There's a ball, 1-0 to Crosby Schachman. There's a full line in the pitch. There's a strike, so it'll be 1-1 to Crosby Schachman. There's a kind of jam him in on one. He's going to foul it off, and foul ball is brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Visit LaMoureHardware.com. And the pitch. There's a strike. Schachman gets caught looking for out number 1.
First strikeout for Wright on there. Looking, he did get a strikeout of Wagner, but he did reach base as it got by the catcher. But the 2 of the last 3 batters, Greg, have been retired via the punch-out.
And the pitch now to Lesko. Misses ball 1. Is that Lesko or Arndt up there? No, Arndt must have just happened. And the pitch. There's a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lesko had a couple of sharp ones. He got kind of robbed of one yesterday. Made a nice play in right defensively as well in his own right.
It'll be 2-1 now, so 2 balls and 1 strike. So Lesko. Long look in by right on. He kicks and fires. So slow roller. Pitcher will glove and fire over to first for the put out 1-3. So 2 down now. So Lesko's retired. Now here's Thomas Waldy will bat here now. And the first pitch to Waldy, swing and a miss to left-handed batter. It's going to be 0-1. Here's the 0-1 coming in. Just missing. Going to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's a pop up in the infield. Second baseman right on the edge of the infield makes the put out. That's Gus. So Waldy is out. And that's going to do it here for LaMoure. All right. Well, we'll head now to the home half of the second inning. And on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's 2-1. LaMoure leading Bottineau.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Say goodbye to discomfort and say hello to reaching your full potential. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness, our diverse team of experts has your back in any phase of life. From the warm, friendly greeting to connecting with your therapist, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness is the backbone of your health. High-quality care with a personal touch. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness.
2-1 is your score. LaMoure on top, leading Bottineau. It's the State Babe Ruth baseball tournament. We're in the bottom of the second inning. This elimination game. And coming up next, we'll have the 2 winner bracket games for you here on yourliveevent.com. We'll have coverage tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday, possibly. So the State B and A Legions next week as well. Complete schedule right here on Your Live Event. Can you see what's all happening out there? So.
And if you make it past today for these teams, you're in the top 6 and you still got a chance to keep on moving, as you kind of alluded to, Greg. You know, tomorrow coverage gets a little bit later on the day at noon instead of 11, but 3 games scheduled for tomorrow, and we'll kind of see how the bracket fills in after this one with what is to come a little bit later on.
Yep, Burlington eliminated earlier today. Theolgis facing Getzloff. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 to Getzloff. 6, 7, 8 batters for the Diamond Slugs. Face the righty Theolgis and the pitch. That one's going to miss. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to Austin Getzloff. And the pitch. That one's inside. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike to Austin Getzloff. Here's a full wind and the pitch from Theolgis. Off speed, nice pitch in there for a strike to Getzloff. 2-2. Full wind and the 2-2 coming in. Called strike 3. So that's going to be a strikeout. A 1 up, a 1 down. Here's Gus. Gus will dig in to face Theolgis on the mound for the LaMoure A's. A's have been to the championship last 2 years. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1 to Gus. Shaking the sign. Now gets it. And the pitch. Be high. So be 1 ball, 1 strike to Gus. And the pitch. That one's low. 2-1 dug out by Matson. Just get a piece of it, follows it to the on-deck circle, and kind of rolls right into the dugout, it looks like.
Yeah, took an interesting hop on that foul ball off the turf. You know, you're not sure sometimes how it's going to spin, almost like an arc in bowling. You're trying to get it back to hit that number 1 pin.
2-2. Oh, just missing. Almost got the inside. It'll be count full. And count full brought to you by Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance Company in Grand Forks and Nelson County. And the pitch. It's a roller foul. And oh, look at that. Nice job over there. That coach LaCroix over there. So Gus stays alive at 3-2. Foul ball is brought to you by LaMoure Hardware in the pitch. That's another foul ball. LaMoure Hardware. Go to LaMoureHardware.com. Got everything you need. One-stop shop. There's a pop-up in foul territory. Third baseman chasing, going over, and just a little bit out of reach. Made a nice attempt, though, Wagner over there. So still 3-2.
And Brady Field just kind of had to duck and cover a little bit as the third base umpire up the left-hand side.
So 3-2 to Dawson Gus. There's a rip to right field. That should drop for a hit. It does. It is fair just by less than a foot. But the right fielder does a nice job getting it in. That's Lesko and holds him to a single.
Yeah, like you said, Lesko did a good job hustling after that one. Good piece of hitting by Dawson Gus. Really good at battle, just kept fouling, kept seeing a couple more pitches, and he gets rewarded with a base hit.
1 on, 1 out. Here's Getzloff now. Look at first from Theelgis. And the pitch. Swing and a miss to Tyson Getzloff, number 8 batter. It's 0-1.
So far, 36 pitches here on the way for Theelgis.
Theelgis throws to first and back safe as a runner. Shockman holding Gus on over here. The 0-1 coming in. And it's going to be 0-2. Just called strike to Getzloff, so it'll be no balls, 2 strikes. Theo just looks over and fires in. Way high. First ball, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Tyson Getzloff. Yeah, the pitch. That's going to be a bit low. So 2-2 now to Getzloff.
A 2-2 count, a 3-2 count, and now a 2-2 count. Bottineau making Theelgis work a little bit here so far. 3 batters in this inning, Greg.
Set and the delivery. There's a ball, so count full. Full count's brought to you by Chris Moen, Nodak Insurance Company. Set and the pitch. Runner takes off. There's a swing and a miss and no throw down. Getzloff strikes out and Gus safe at second.
I've seen Bottineau try that in the first inning. It did get Caden Bristol into scoring position. They're in a 3-2, just trying to see if he can get another base hit on a hit and run. But regardless, they do get that tying run a little bit closer to home, and a base knock could drive him in.
Very soon, Kitzman now. Lefty facing the righty. Theelgis. There's a strike. Nice pitch. Theelgis kind of looked at second as he threw home. And the pitch. That misses, so it's going to be 1-1 to Kitzman. 9 batter for the Diamond Slugs. Diamond Slugs 20-6 on the year. Big curve that's lifted or grounder to second. Second baseman knocks it down and has to go to the ground to pick it up and makes a nice recovery. So Almer with the put out. 4-3, Kitzman is out, and that's going to do it here for Bottineau. All right, after 2 complete. Your score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard is 2-1 LaMoure.
Benedictine Living Community in LaMoure has job openings for the following positions: CNAs, LPNs, Weekend Warrior RN, and a Culinary Services Supervisor. All positions receive a sign-on bonus. To apply or receive more information, scan the QR code now on screen or call 701-883-5363. That's 701-883-5363 for job opportunities at Benedictine Living Community in LaMoure. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Welcome back to Townsend Field in LaMoure. We got State Babe Ruth baseball on the airwaves here for you on yourliveevent.com. At the top of the third and the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 2-1 LaMoure leading Bottineau. LaMoure got their 2 runs right away in the first. Bottineau got one back. So after a scoreless second, we'll head to the third now. So for LaMoure A's, it'll be 2, 3, 4 batters. Potts, Theelgis, Waldy face right on the starting pitcher here for the Diamond Slugs of Bottineau. So Matson actually leads in. Oh, my lineup must be messed up. I gotta check it here. Here's Matson now. Matson is a strike. The 0-1 to Matson. And the pitch. There's a ball. And the pitch again. That's going to be lifted to center field, and that'll drop in the gap. Right center. Matson rounding first. He's going to go for 2, and he'll stand at second base. So leadoff double there for Matson.
Matson with a single in the first, stolen base and run scored to lead things off with a double here. First extra base hit of this contest, Greg, and he's got runner in scoring position right off the bat.
Yep, so nice job there, getting a runner at second. So right on now, delivers. There's a well-hit ball. That's going to go pretty much kind of the same location there. Matson around third. They're going to send him, and he'll score after the single off the bat of Joey Potts. So Potts a single.
Yeah, Potts, like you said, Greg, nearly the exact same spot. Lochner just couldn't really do much with it. Did a good job of getting behind the baseball there to not allow Potts to think about going for the double. Regardless, 2 loud hits to begin this third inning for LaMoure.
Now here's right on, throws to first, and back safely as the runner Potts over there at first. So Theelgis takes a ball. Runner goes down to second. So runner at second now.
Potts was rolling immediately on that stolen base, brought to you in part by S&T Quick Stop. His Potts pretty much went right off on the pitch.
Pitch to Theelgis. It's going to be popped up. First baseman underneath and makes a play in foul territory. So that's going to be out. Number 1. So now Waldy will dig in. Cleanup man, Waldy, left fielder. So Waldy have a chance to knock one in here with 1 down. And the pitch. There's a well-hit ball. That's going to go to center field. And that'll be a single. They'll hold the runner after the center fielder kind of bobbled it, but came up with it nicely. So Waldy, a single. And runner's going to be at the corners now with 1 down. So the A's hitting the ball well here in the top of the third inning.
Yes, double, single, pop out, single. Not a bad way for your top third of the lineup to contribute.
Now Wagner. Here's a pitch from right on. That's going to get away, and runner will take first to second. Runner at third stays put. That's going to be 1 ball and no strikes to Luke Wagner. Right on, set, send the pitch. There's the rip. That's going to go into left field for a base hit. That'll score another run. Ball comes in. It's going to get away, and runner will stay put at third. Runner takes second. So another run across here, and it's going to be 4-1 now. LaMoure leading Bottineau in the top of the third. So A's having a big inning here and still not done. 1 down, 2 on. Here's Ulmer now.
They're attacking early too, Greg. They ain't waiting around too much.
Ulmer swings. This is going to be a grounder. And they looked at home. They'll throw to first. It's going to be a wild throw. The runner will score. Everybody's going to be safe. And the ball gets away, and that'll take the runners up, and they'll hold the runner at second and third as the throw comes in. So another run across here. And now it's 5-1 LaMoure. Runners at second and third still, and that's going to get a visit to the mound And our visit to the mound brought to you by LaMoure Drug Store. From prescription requests and over-the-counter medication, you can find it all at LaMoure Drug Store. Visit their website, LaMoureDrugStore.com, or stop in. Check them out right here in LaMoure at the Bank North Mall. Might get a pitching change here. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here to LaMoure. And pitching change brought to you by LaMoure Drug Store. So it's going to be Caden Bristol taking over on the mound here for Bottineau. Right on goes over to first. So here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike one now.
And that one went back to the backstop, foul ball. But so far here for LaMoure, Greg, it's been first pitch, second pitch swinging in these at-bats in the inning.
There's a pitch from Bristol. Swing and a miss. So it'll be 0-2 now. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called strike 3. So let's go now. We'll bat. That's going to be the first out of the inning.
Nice job by Ken Bristol, who also pitched against Central McLean. Their 3-2 loss, able to come back and pitch here in day 2 of the tournament. 2 down.
And the pitch. Here's a strike. Nice pitch. So let's go at bat. And the pitch. There's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Lesko. And here's the delivery. Gonna miss outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lesko. It's a grounder, and it's going to be charged at third. Third baseman gloves, fires over, and got him. Well, the ball got away. They're still calling him out. I don't know.
No, he's going to be safe.
He's going to be safe.
The runner there, and Oliver Lesko, is hustling up the first base line. The stretch on the way by Raiton. It went off of his glove, and as he stretched, he just kind of inadvertently on the wrist there, kind of hit the shoulder of Lesko. It wasn't anything intentional, but the ball was live. 2 runs come in to score here. So you also have Wagner and Ulmer to come in. So you got 5 runs now in the inning. 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
And you add that to it. So now it's going to be a 7-1 game just like that.
So LaMoure A's exploding here in the top of the 3rd inning. Now we get a visit to the mound.
All those runs going to be tabbed on Raiton, by the way. And you'll get another error on Bottineau.
So LaMoure Drug Store visit to the mound here from prescription requests and over-the-counter medication. You can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore, with school, of course, just around the corner next month. Let LaMoure Drugstore get your school supply list. Everything you can get right in there. For more information, visit LaMoureDrugstore.com or stop in and check them out at Bank North Mall right here in LaMoure. So huge inning here for LaMoure. 5 runs across. They got 2 in the top of the first. And they keep adding to their lead here.
We're going to have a defensive change is coming out of the game here. Will be Raiton. So looks like he will be done with a little bit of a wrist injury. So we'll get a new player and we'll get some more defensive changes here, Greg.
Okay, we'll be back right after this to LaMoure right after this.
Ground North is a coffee shop and boutique located in the Bank North Mall in LaMoure, North Dakota. You can find a complete outfit at Ground North, from sizes to small up to 3XL, ranging from sweaters, a variety of tops, bottoms, activewear, loungewear, and more. Ground North is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information or to check out the latest styles, go online to groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com.
All right, welcome back here to LaMoure. So we got Mason Bristol at first now, and Condit in left. Caden Bristol on the mound. He'll face Waldy. Yeah, the pitch. Call the ball. So be 1 ball and no strikes to Waldy. Throw to first and back safe as a runner. It's Bristol holding him on over there. So Caden Bristol on the mound here for Bottineau in the pitch. There's a ball.
Ninth batter to the plate here on the way for LaMoure. 6 batters in the first, 3 in the second. Bat through the order here in inning number 3.
And the pitch. That one's low, going to get away, and the runner will take off to second base. So it's going to be Lesko at second now. So another runner in scoring position here with 2 down for LaMoure. Bristol sets, and the pitch. Be high, be a walk to Lesko, or Waldy.
Couple errors in the inning as well. As came back and haunted Bottineau for a little bit extra of runs, and here's an ever dangerous top of the lineup coming back up to the plate here, Greg.
Yep. So Matson will dig in. Facing Bristol here with a runner at second. And the pitch. That's hit well. That's going to be another hit. And Matson will hold it first. Runner at second will score. And that's going to be Lesko scoring. So Lesko crosses. So another runner cross. That's going to be 8-1 now. LaMoure leading Bottineau on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Single, double, single so far here for Matson, and a really good batter so far. He's reached base twice as well. Potts will have a courtesy runner with the catcher Matson here. Looks like number 25 for LaMoure will be coming in courtesy running.
So 25 courtesy runner. That's going to be Zach Paul. So Bristol fires in. Yeah, big and a swing and a miss by Potts. 0-1.
Already a crooked number up on the board, Greg, but we're looking for some more. It was 6 here so far in the top half of the inning.
And the pitch from Bristol. Be low. 1-1 to Potts. Ready, sets, check second, and the pitch in and misses low. So going to be 2 balls and a strike to Joey Potts. And the pitch. Be high, so be 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike to Potts. Be a walk. That'll bring up Theelgis now with the bases loaded. 2 down.
Another mound visit upcoming here from Bottineau.
So, mound visit brought to you by LaMoure Drugstore. Visit LaMoureDrugstore.com or stop in. They're located right here in LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. Download the app and make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let LaMoure Drugstore help you check off your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMoureDrugstore.com. That's LaMoureDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams and go LaMoure Babe Ruth.
First offering from Bristol to Theelgis in there for a strike. So 0-1 from Caden Bristol after the visit to the mound. Pitches outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike to Easton Theelgis.
It's the inning that never ends if you're a Bottineau fan. It's like that ride in Disneyland, that song. It just keeps on going and going and going again.
That's going to be in there for a strike, 1-2, so Bristol 1 strike away from getting out of this 6-run inning for the A's. Now the pitch. Just missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Theelgis.
And wonder if Easton Theelgis might be done pitching 44 pitches. LaMoure does have someone warming up, so we'll see if he's done.
And the 2-2. Outside, held up. Out full. And our full count's brought to you by Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company in Grand Forks and Nelson County. And the pitch. There's a rip. That's going to get past the second baseman into right field. That'll score 1 more run. Here's another run across. And it's 10-1 A's.
Really good piece of hitting by Theelgis. Was looking for his pitch. Got it to that full count, as he alluded to, Greg. And then able to shoot one to right center field, plating both Thomas Waldy, Paul from second base. Potts able to scamper first to third off the swing, and now there's runners at the corners.
All right, so here's Bristol now on the mound again, working. Fires low. So it's going to be 1-0. Caden Bristol checks the corners. The 1-0 coming home. Be high to Vance Wally. So be 2-0 to Vance Wally. Now the ball gets away. Let's see. The runner will take off for second. And the runner scores from third as well.
A delayed steal, and Eric Olson took the mask off behind the plate to go make a play as an umpire with the runner beelining it for third, and he almost took the old number 1 to the face as he had to duck out of cover right there. 11-1.
So 11-1. Now there's a swing and a miss to Waldy. So that's going to be the first strike now, 2-1.
So Potts comes in to score, 11-1.
And the pitch. There's a strike, 2-2. And here's 11, another pitch. That's going to be a grounder to second. Second baseman gloves, then fires and out. So a 9-run inning here for LaMoure. And they have the advantage now, 11-1. Yeah, on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. All right, so we'll head now to the home half of the third. And we'll be back for that right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology. It's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland. and our commitment is unwavering because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools from the M18 8-amp Forge battery on sale, $50 off, or buy a 2-pack 6-amp high-out battery and receive a M18 inflator or grease gun for free while supplies last. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go to LaMoureHardware.com. That's LaMoureHardware.com.
All right, welcome back here. Brand new score, and this one is LaMoure explodes for 9 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. They got 11 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Bottineau, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors here in the bottom of the 3rd. So Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard 11-1. LaMoure leading Bottineau, and a new pitcher now is Russ Arndt. So Arndt will take over here for the LaMoure A's. We got Luke Wagner first now. And then also Theelgis will be at 3rd. So Caden Bristol will bat. First pitch is a foul. 0-1.
Easton Thiel just 2 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Reason he got taken out, Greg, 44 pitches, and with the score, he can pitch again tomorrow, if needed.
Here's Arndt's pitch. Be high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Arndt. Yeah, there's a strike again. 1-2 to Caden Bristol. Arndt gets a sign from Matson. Sets. And the pitch. There's a sharp roller. That's going to get in past 3rd base. Into left field for a base hit. So leadoff man is on. Here's Mason Bristol now. So Mason, the left-handed batter, will dig in here to face Arndt, the new pitcher for the A's. Set and the pitch. There's a ball, so we 1-0 to Bristol.
Well, for Bottineau, bad news, you're down by 10. Good news, still bottom of 3rd. You can start putting some different at-bats together. New pitcher, maybe get some things brewing here.
Where it goes, going to be a ball. So Caden Bristol safe at 2nd now with nobody out. Arndt checks the runner at 2nd. And the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Mason Bristol. Set and the pitch. A little bit high. 3-1 now to Mason Bristol. Their ball's going to be a walk. So now 2 on for Bottineau here. That'll bring up Griffin right on. 1 for 1 today, a single. Actually, Condit will bat now. Condit will bat. Here's the first pitch to Condit. It's going to be a strike. So be 0-1 to Condit. Callan Condit facing Russ Arndt. And the pitch. There's a ball. It's be 1-1 now to count to Condit. Catcher Matson out to visit his pitcher. Yesterday we had no 10-run rule games. Earlier today we had Park River over Burlington 10-0 and 6. Right now LaMoure up by 10 in this one here in the bottom of the third.
Just about an hour old as well here in this contest.
Hard sets, check second, and the pitch. There's a strike. So it's going to be 1-2 to Condit. One, two coming in. There's a nice pitch. Condit gets caught looking for out number 1. Here's Lochner now. They'll face Arts here with 2 on, 1 down. And the pitch. There's a strike. So it's going to be 0-1 to Lochner, who struck out. His first is bad. He's 0 for 1. Hard sets. And the pitch. There's a rip to right field. That'll be a base hit, opposite field hit. And bases are going to be loaded as Lochner gets on. So now Sikora will bat. So Bottineau trying to put something together here in the bottom of the third after a huge inning by the A's in the top of the third.
Single walk, strikeout, single so far for the first 4 batters here for Bottineau in the bottom of the third.
So Clint Sikora now as Arndt on the mound working here in relief. 1 down, bases loaded. Arndt sets and delivers. There's a strike. 0-1 to Sikora. We had some showers popping up to the south here earlier today. Still kind of blue looking out there, but hopefully this weather stays away. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 to Clint Sikora. The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sikora strikes out for out number 2.
Oh, it's the Captain Obvious comment of the day, but Bottineau can ill afford to leave the bases loaded here, Greg. They got, even if they get 1, maybe 2, they just got to put something positive back on their side of the score column here. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing the rest of this game as much as you are currently, even a little more.
All right, so Austin Getzloff now, who struck out his first at bat, will dig in. There's a ball inside. So we 1-0 to Austin Getzloff. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. The set, and the righty fires in. The 1-1 coming home. There's a strike. The 1-2 now to Getzloff. Winner of this one plays at 2:30 tomorrow in another loser out situation. And the pitch. Got him to chase one a little bit up high. Follows it back. Balls brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Go to LaMoureHardware.com. And the pitch. Just high. It's going to even the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 coming in. Got him to chase one, and it's going to be strike 3. So Getzloff strikes out, and that's going to do it here for Bottineau. They're going to leave the bases loaded, and no runs across. All right, we'll head to the top of the 4th, and on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's still 11-1 LaMoure.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Tick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Welcome back to LaMoure. I'm Greg for yourliveevent.com. We got Chase Miller as well. And our first pitches and double plays throughout the tournament brought to you by Bank North. They have been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what value-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. So LaMoure will come to bat here with a commanding lead, as Wagner will get ready to bat here to face Bristol. But LaMoure A's, 11 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Bottineau, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors here heading into the top of the 4th. A's right now, 9 runs in that 3rd inning. The big difference in this game is it was 2-1 heading into that top of the 3rd. So A's will see what they can do here in the top of the 4th. So Wagner will dig in. They'll face Caden Bristol. First offering to Wagner misses. It's going to be 1 ball and no strikes to Wagner. And the pitch. It's a slow roller. Pitcher, nice reach off the mound. Turns, fires, and out. Nice play by Bristol. So it's going to be 1 down, 1 up and 1 down. Here's Rylan Ulmer now.
Going look at the Moore, 11 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 1 error. Bottineau, 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors.
So Ulmer faces Bristol. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike as he fouls it off. And the foul ball is brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. And the pitch. There's the ball. 2-1 now. Looks like Russ Arndt is on the on-deck circle here. And the pitch. It's another ball. So 3-1 to Ulmer. Three-1 coming from Bristol. There's a strike. Count full. It's made possible by Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance Company in Grand Forks and Nelson County. There's a swing and a miss. Ulmer strikes out.
Nice foul tip into the glove. Sikora able to hold on to that one. 2 down. As Bristol starting to find a little bit of rhythm here to begin things off in the 4th inning.
So Russ Arndt to bat now. He'll face Bristol. And the pitch. Got to swing at one upstairs. It's 0-1. Outside, 1-1 to Arndt. Full line in the pitch. That's a fly ball, the left foul. Foul ball is brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. LaMoure Hardware located here in LaMoure, obviously. Go to their website to see more, LaMoureHardware.com. A lot of stuff, plumbing, electrical, all sorts of good stuff. And the pitch bounces, be a ball. So 2-2 to Arndt. Full line of the pitch from Bristol. There's a strike, called strike 3. So Arndt gets caught looking for out number 2. Out number 3. So that's going to do it. All right, we will head now to the bottom of the 4th. And on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's LaMoure 11, Bottineau 1.
Halsted Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halsted, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halsted Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halsted Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
All right, here we go. We're in the bottom of the 4th State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament elimination game of the 2025 tournament here in LaMoure, Townsend Field, and LaMoure has the lead over Bottineau 11-1. And of course, you lose this one, you are out of the tournament. You advance. The winner advances to tomorrow's action at 2:30, and would stay alive in this tournament and have another elimination game. Earlier today, it was Park River over Burlington, 10-0 in 6 innings. And our bracket breakdown brought to you by Chris Moen, Nodak Insurance Company. And we still got 2 more games coming up. At 4 o'clock, it'll be Gwinner and Castleton in the winner's bracket game. Plus at 6:30, Central McLean and Thompson. So it's still 2 more games coming up after this one. Here's the first offering to Gus. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1, so it'll be 7, 8, 9 batters here. Gus Getzloff, Kitzman face Russ Arndt of the LaMoure A's. And the pitch. Got him a chase. It's going to be 0-2 now to Gus. No balls and 2 strikes. Be a ball, so it'll be 1-2 now to Gus. And the pitch. Sails high, so it'll be 2-2. On deck here is Tyson Getzloff and Grayson Kitzman. Set and the pitch. Just missing, so it'll be count full. Count full brought to you by Chris Moen, Nodak Insurance Company. Your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Here's a payoff. Grounded. Going to go to deep short. That'll get past Wally into left field for a base hit. So Gus will reach. And now it'll be Tyson Getzloff.
Bottineau going through. I mean, they got a leadoff runner out in the first. They were able to do so in the 3rd and the 4th, but just 1 run that was coming by Caden Bristol. Reached base on the lone air so far from LaMoure. Got a stolen base and was able to come in with a RBI single at the time by Griffin Wrighton.
Getzloff 0-for-1, strikeout first at bat. He'll face Arndt and the pitch. That one bounces, and that'll get away. That'll take the runner Gus to second base. So we're at second now. Nobody out for the Diamond Slugs. Arndt working in relief. He's got, this will be his 32nd pitch. There's a big swing and a miss. 1-1 to Getzloff. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Getzloff. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner takes off. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball. Throw down at third. Not in time. He had a really good takeoff there. So Gus at third.
It's stolen base brought to you in part by S&T Quick Stop up in Thompson. Your local groceries, deli, favorite snacks, and more at S&T Quick Stop.
Arndt back on the mound. 2-2. Missing low. Nice stop there by Matson. It's kind of low and in the dirt turf area there at the home plate. Full count. Brought to you by Nodak Insurance, Chris Moen Agency. And the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Arndt. Getzloff strikes out for out number 2.
Since he's came in relief so far, able to get 4 strikeouts. All the outs here for Arndt have been via the K. Otherwise, a single walk, a single, and a single. A new batter looks like number 5 coming in here for Bottineau.
So number 5 is Luther Hugill. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Hugill. So Hugill, I think, making his first plate appearance here in the tournament. I don't remember him from yesterday. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 0-2 to Hugill. Gus at third. 2 down. 1 down, rather. Here's the pitch now from Arndt. Swing and a miss. Hugill strikes out for out number 2.
9 strikeouts combined between Theolgis and Arndt so far here on the mound for LaMoure A's.
Here's Caden Bristol now, who's 1 for 2, reached on an air and a single today. Pitch from Arndt. There's a strike in there, so it'll be 0-1 to Bristol. And the pitch. Foul. So Bristol quickly down here. No balls and 2 strikes. Arndt sets and delivers. A bit high, so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bristol. And the pitch. That's lifted to center. Center fielder will let it drop in front, and it'll be a base hit for Bristol. Scoring Gus. So now, second run of the ball game now for Bottineau.
And more importantly, they take that second run, Greg, and it's no longer a 10-run rule if it finished 11-1 if we got through this time in the 5th.
Mason Bristol now to face Arndt. And the pitch. That's lifted to right center. Center fielder going over and makes the grab on the run. Nice play there by Potts. So Bristol is out. It's on a fly out to center. That's going to do it here for Bottineau. But they do come up with a run. They'll leave a runner stranded. All right, through 4. Your score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard is LaMoure 11, Bottineau 2.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Welcome back to LaMoure at Townsend Field here on YourLiveEvent.com. We're heading into the top of the fifth. LaMoure leads Bottineau 11-2. And we are broadcasting today and throughout the tournament from the Ground North Coffee and Boutique broadcast booth. Go to groundnorthboutique.com for high quality, affordable fashion, or stop in for different tea and coffee brew options. That's Ground North Coffee and Boutique broadcast booth throughout the tournament. So thank you very much. Of course, thank all the wonderful sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Thank you for watching wherever you are here on YourLiveEvent.com. So we will head to the fifth now, and LaMoure will face a new pitcher. Lesko will face Tyson Getzloff. So Getzloff will take over here in the fifth inning. It's the third pitcher now for Bottineau in this contest. Mason Bristol at short, or I'm sorry, Caden Bristol at short now. So let's go to dig in to face the new pitcher, Getzloff, here for the Bottineau Diamond Slugs in the top of the fifth. And the pitch. There's a strike, so Getzloff comes in firing a strike right away. It's 0-1. And the pitch. That one bounces. It's be 1-1 strike to Oliver Lesko. On deck here is Waldy, and then at the top of the order. And the pitch from the righty Getzloff. That's lifted foul. Foul ball brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. Visit LaMoureHardware.com. One-stop shop for lots of good stuff, including plumbing, electrical, and more. And the pitch from Getzloff. So curve, lifted, foul. LaMoure Hardware foul ball once again. Full line of the pitch from Getzloff. That's lifted to center. Center fielder tracking, going back a few steps, makes the play. That's Lochner. So Lesko is out. On a fly out to center field, one down. Now it'll be Waldy.
5 straight retire now here for Bottineau pitching against LaMoure.
Yeah, that one's about 5 feet in front of the plate. 1-0 to Thomas Waldy.
LaMoure looking to at least put one run up cross, and you can start talking about the mercy rule bottom half of the inning if there is no runs. If not, then we know we're for surely going to be playing 6, if not a little bit more, depending on what Bottineau can do in the bottom half of the fifth.
2-0 the count. There's a strike. Waldy took a little bit swing, but laid off. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Full line of the pitch from Getzloff. Another bouncer. 3-1 to Waldy. And the pitch. There's a ball. So it'll be a walk. So Waldy will reach. Now Matson. Matson will come on up to the plate here for the A's. Here's Getzloff. Looks over to first. Looks again. Sets. And the pitch. Outside. 1-0 now to Grayson Matson.
Matson and Potts kind of been the 1-2 combination. They've been up to the plate here. Got on single, double, or a walk in every plate appearance so far.
And the pitch. That's grounded to short. Shortstop gloves. Goes to second. Relay. Won't get a relay, so they get the force out. So Matson will reach on fielder's choice. And Waldy's out at second base with 1 down. 2 down, rather. Now here's Potts. So Matson at first. The tie his shoe, looks like, over there at first base. So Joey Potts will bat now to face Getzloff. Getzlaff fires, runner goes. There's a strike, throw down a second, and it's not in time. So runner at second now. It's going to be 0-1 to Joey Potts.
Stolen base brought to you in part by S&T Quick Stop, your small town friendly, big time convenience store in Thompson.
Pitch to Potts. That's kind of a line drive shot, kind of a half swing, 3/4 swing. It's a line drive out, caught by Bristol at short. So that's going to do it here for the LaMoure A's. They're going to leave a runner stranded. And we'll head now to the home half of the fifth. And on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's 11-2 LaMoure.
Say goodbye to discomfort and say hello to reaching your full potential. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness, our diverse team of experts has your back in any phase of life. From the warm, friendly greeting to connecting with your therapist, Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness is the backbone of your health. High-quality care with a personal touch. Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Benedictine Living Community in LaMoure has job openings for the following positions: CNAs, LPNs, Weekend Warrior RN, and a Culinary Services Supervisor. All positions receive a sign-on bonus. To apply or receive more information, scan the QR code now on screen or call 701-883-5363. That's 701-883-5363 for job opportunities at Benedictine Living Community in LaMoure.
Heading to the home half of the fifth inning, State Babe Ruth baseball tournament here in LaMoure. So LaMoure leading Bottineau 11-2, and LaMoure here will send 3, 4, 5 batters. Actually, Bottineau will. So here in the home half, so be Condit, Lochner, and Sikora facing Russ Arndt. So Arndt back on the mound here for LaMoure. He's got 44 pitches coming into this inning, and he'll face Condit, his first batter. Still are 2 more games coming up. Should be some good ones, Chase. Gwinner, Castleton, and Central McLean and Thompson.
Yeah, Gwinner from District 6, Castleton from District 7. A little bit more of an East state affair. And then Central McLean, kind of more of the central part of the state, going up against another Eastern team in Thompson out of District 4. Cougars District 5, so that'll be upcoming here. We'll find out who gets one step closer to that all proverbial championship series potentially. Moving up a little bit later on here in this tournament.
Okay, so Condit to lead it off for Diamond Slugs. There's a swing and a miss. Okay, no balls and 1 strike to Condit. Condit struck out first at bat for the number 3 batter. And the pitch. That's a fly ball in the infield. Second baseman backpedaling, makes the play right on the edge. Nice play by Ulmer. That'll be 1 up and 1 down. Here's Lochner now. So Mason Lochner will bat. Face Arndt in the bottom of the 5th. Arndt sets and the pitch. Popped up again in the infield. Shortstop Waldy calling it. And underneath makes the put out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And another out. So that's 2 down now. Now here's Sikora. So Sikora will step in to face Russ Arndt of the A's here in the bottom of the 5th. Arndt sets and the pitch. There's strike. 0-1 to Sikora. Earlier today was Park River over Burlington, knocking Burlington out of the tournament. 10-0 in 6 innings. So Burlington actually, they didn't get any runs in the tournament. They go 0-2. There's a ball. They did not score 1 run. Here's Arndt's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Sikora.
50 pitches for Arndt in relief. Kind of wondering once he got to that 41, 42, we've seen a couple times today, Greg, where managers will come on or coaches will come on and take their pitcher out.
pitch, grounder right back to the pitcher, and fires across for the out. So score is out in the 1-3. And that's going to do a 1-2-3 inning here for Bottineau. All right, we've played 5, and your score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard is LaMoure 11, Bottineau 2.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Welcome back here to Townsend Field in LaMoure, North Dakota, home of the 2025 State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. My name is Greg. Thanks for tuning in. Got Chase Miller joining us as well. Chase will have the call for the next 2 contests here on your live event. Winners brackets games, as we got Gwinner and Castleton scheduled at 4 o'clock today. And then at 6:30 tonight will be Central McLean and Thompson. So those 2 games coming up yet here. Then we'll have coverage starting at noon tomorrow. And Park River, they'll kind of wait and see who they play in that game. That first game tomorrow at noon. If LaMoure holds on here, they'll play at 2:30 tomorrow. They'll take on the loser of our next one, Gwinner versus Castleton, in a loser-out situation. So we started today with 8 teams. Now, after this game, we'll be down to 6, as Burlington was eliminated earlier. So this tournament moving right along here. We got some...
And also just a reminder, Greg, we will be playing 2 games. Well, 1 game for sure, maybe 2 on Tuesday. As the winner's bracket, you kind of get a day off this year a little bit. So 3 tomorrow,
Okay.
2 coming up on Monday, and then 1, potentially 2 coming up on Tuesday.
You know, the bracket in the program is cut off, so I couldn't quite see. But yeah, that makes sense, because if you win tomorrow at 5 o'clock, you don't play Monday.
And you get an extra rest day, so it kind of allows pitching a little bit to move some stuff around as well.
Yep. All right, first pitch to Thiel, just isn't there for a strike. Here's the pitch. Gets him to chase. It's 0-2. So Thiel, just Waldy, Wagner, 3-4-5 batters here for the A's in the top of the 6th, facing Tyson Getzloff. So there is a game Tuesday no matter what. Here's the pitch. It's a high chopper. Gonna have to hurry and won't make a play. It bounces off the glove of Getzloff, and Thiel just will beat it out. So runner on, leadoff man on. Here's Waldy now.
I'll make that a 3rd error of the game. So I'm coming on the pitcher.
So here's Waldy. Face Getzloff. There is sharply hit, but foul. Foul ball is brought to you by LaMoure Hardware. LaMoure Hardware, all sorts of good stuff, including plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Look at first, and the pitch. Outside, 1-1 to Waldy. Set, and the pitch. It's inside. Runner takes off for second. Ball gets away, so Thiel just at second base now. Two and one the count to Waldy. Foul. 2-2. And the pitch. Yeah, that might have hit him. I think it did. Yep. Should be hit batter. So hit by pitch puts a runner at first with nobody out. Here's Luke Wagner now. So Wagner will bat with 2 on here. Getzlaf checks around the bases. Runners at first and second. And the pitch home. There's going to be a ball inside to Wagner, 1-0. And the 1-0 coming in. Way outside. Nice reach from Sikora. Keep it in the glove. So 2-0. Set and the pitch. Shows bunt. Goes back to the pitcher. He'll go to first and gets the sure out. So Wagner's retired on the sac bunt. Field is to third. Waldy to second now.
And good bump by Wagner. They're just moving the runners into scoring position, trying to get that 10th run as the infield will have to come in and try to take it away here from Bottineau perspective.
That's going to hit him. So Ulmer's hit by a pitch. It's the second hit batter now this inning. Bases loaded for Arndt. Russ Arndt will bat here. So Arndt up to face Getzlaf. He's threatening with more here in the top of the 6th. And the pitch. There's a fly ball to center. So center fielder coming on, makes the grab. Runners will hold. They're going to throw to second back safely. So Art is out on a pop-up to, or a fly out to center. Everybody held up. 1 down. 2 down. 2 down. Here's Lesko now. So Oliver Lesko will bat. Face Getzlaf here. Set and the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1 to Lesko. Field just at third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Lesko. No balls and 2 strikes to Lesko. And the pitch. There's a 1-2 hopper, and that's going to get past into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here's 2 runs across, and LaMoure has the lead now, 13-2. So Lesko gets one in. Field is scoring, as does Waldy. So LaMoure A's 2 more across here in the top of the 6th. Now Waldy will bat. And the pitch. Ball 1 to Waldy. Getzlaf sets, checks second in the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 to Waldy. Getzlaf fires the 1-1. Slow, dug out by Sikora. 2 balls and 1 strike. Getzlaf fires. There's a strike in there. Let's see, 2-2 now, count even to Waldy. Ulmer at second, Lesko at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Waldy strikes out for out number 3. But the A's come up with 2 more runs. They'll leave 2 stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th now. And your new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard is LaMoure 13, Bottineau 2. Last chance for the Diamond Slugs. They'll send 6, 7, 8 batters when we return.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're live in LaMoure for the 2025 State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament, and we're heading into the bottom of the 6th in our Game 2 of the day, elimination game, as LaMoure leading Bottineau 13-2, so 10-run rule in effect right now. So the A's can hold the Bottineau Diamond Slugs here. It's up to Austin Getzloff, Gus, and Tyson Getzloff. First pitch from Arndt is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Getzloff 0 for 2. A couple strikeouts today for Getzloff. Arndt from the stretch. And there's a strike. 0-1. Or 0-2 rather. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. It's a grounder. Third baseman to his left. Double clutch. Fires across for the outs. 5-3 on the putout. Theoldis retires Gus. Getzloff rather. Here's Dawson Gus now. A couple singles today for Dawson Gus. Right now the host, LaMoure A's, leading this one here. And the pitch. The ball 1-0 to Dawson Gus. LaMoure 13 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Bottineau 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Arndt again. That's going to be a ball. So it'll be 2-0 to Gus. Arndt. There's a strike right down the pipe. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gus. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Bottineau down. Gus down to his last strike here. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Arndt. That's a pop-up. Shallow center. Center fielder coming on. Makes the play. That's Potts. So Gus is retired on a pop-up to center field. 2 down. So now it's up to Tyson Getzloff, who struck out 2 times today, it looks like. And he'll face Russ Arndt. And be the last out now for the Diamond Slugs here in the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament. Arndt delivers. There's a strike. 0-1 to Getzloff. And the pitch. There's a ball. Count even now. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyson Getzloff. Now the pitch. Ball missing again. So 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the pitch. It's a grounder right past the pitcher. Shortstop Waldy. Gloves. Loses the hat. Fires. And that's going to do it. Nice grab by Wagner over there. That was a nice play to end the inning. So Waldy made a nice put out. So 6-3. Getzloff is out. And that's going to do it here for this contest. So Time of game, hour and 42 minutes, and the A's will win by 10-run rule here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Your final score will be 13-2. So LaMoure will move on, and they will knock off Bottineau here. Final score 13-2. So Bottineau ends their season. They go 0-2 in the tournament. But hats off to Bottineau, a great season, making the State B Babe Ruth baseball tournament. So nice job to the Diamond Slugs team and everybody involved, coaches and everybody. So LaMoure will play tomorrow at 2:30. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll come back. We'll go down to the field with Chase Miller. He's got some post-game interviews next right here on yourliveevent.com.
Ground North is a coffee shop and boutique located in the Bank North Mall in LaMoure, North Dakota. You can find a complete outfit at Ground North from sizes to small up to 3XL, ranging from sweaters, a variety of tops, bottoms, activewear, loungewear, and more. Ground North is open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information or to check out the latest styles, go online to groundnorthboutique.com. That's groundnorthboutique.com. The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication. You can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. Download the app and make refilling your prescription requests more convenient. With school just around the corner, let LaMoure Drugstore help you check out your supply list. And don't forget to shop the monthly sale flyer for OTC products, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMoureDrugstore.com. That's LaMoureDrugstore.com. Good luck to all teams and go LaMoure Babe Ruth.
Welcome back to LaMoure, and our post-game interview is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. And we're going to go down to Chase Miller right now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Greg. Joining us here is Grayson Madsen, went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and a run driven in. Starting catcher here in this one. Grayson, just talk about what you guys did really well early on, scoring a run in that first inning, getting an early lead, but more importantly, putting 13 batters to the plate, 9 runs in the third. What did you see from your team up and down the lineup in that inning?
We just stayed confident in our ABs and put together some runs and hits.
Able to have a Joey hit behind you as well. Have a really nice game. What's that 1-2 combination top of lineup when you guys are putting the ball in play and able to round the bases?
It's great. I can steal a bag and he can drive me in.
What's the one thing from this particular game you hope to carry over to tomorrow in another elimination game?
Our bats, I'd say. And our confidence.
Final thing for me, just how fun is it to play at home in a state tournament and, get another day here to continue the summer season before you kind of get ready for the fall?
It's great. Probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hey, Grayson, congratulations. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Again, starting catcher one more time, Grayson Madsen, as we go from there to Joey Potts, who's joined us. Went 1 for 2 with a couple walks, 3 runs, and a run driven in. Joey, a similar question that I asked Grayson. Just what did you see from your team early on there? 2 runs in that first inning and 9 runs, in that third inning. Take really a commanding lead early in this game.
We had a lot of motivation, went out there and just hit the ball as a team.
And we go from there to Grayson Madsen. What does he just provide, obviously, behind the plate? What does he provide when he's on the mound? What is he just kind of able to do for in a game like this?
He's like the team leader, bumps everybody up, and tells everybody to stand up when they're sitting, tells them to keep their head up and everything.
From a Coach Schaefer point of view, what was his message earlier today as he got ready for this one and going forward as you got to wait for your opponent tomorrow afternoon?
Well, just keep your heads up. Don't worry about yesterday and go have fun.
Joey, how much fun is it to have the state tournament in your own backyard and play a couple days and get another game at least in here tomorrow?
Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I like it. Joey, congratulations on the win and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Again, with us there, Joey Potts going 1 of 2 with a couple runs scored. Greg, let's toss it back to you.
All right, thanks, Chase Miller, for those interviews and our post-game interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. You can visit the website dhb.bank. So once again, your final score, LaMoure A's win it over Bottineau 13-2. They win in 6 innings here. And LaMoure A's will move on and play tomorrow at 2:30. And they survive. They'll play another day. And Bottineau ends their season here at 20-7 overall. So I will take another break. We'll come back with our post-game elements right after this on yourliveevent.com.
At Polar Communications, we're more than just a local business. We're part of the community we serve. We deliver essential communication services, create jobs, provide scholarships and grants, and support initiatives that make our home a better place to live. Our success isn't just about amazing technology, it's about incredible people. Our roots are here in the heartland, and our commitment is unwavering because we believe that a better experience starts with the community we love.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey, welcome back here to LaMoure. I'm Greg for YourLiveEvent.com, and we're going to get to our connection of the game, and that's brought to you by HTC. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone is how to connect. Visit their website, halsteadtel.com, and connection of the game. We're going to go with that third inning. It was a huge inning for LaMoure as they put up 9 runs in that inning and take the commanding lead, and they get the 10-run rule victory here. So connection of the game brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company, and player of the game is brought to you by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services, focus on egg, focused on you. Find an agent today at eggcountry.com. Grayson Matson is going to get the player of the game as Grayson Matson, 2 hits today, 2 singles, RBI, and scored a run. So nice job, Grayson Matson. That's our player of the game. And our Agassi play of the game, Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, Agassi Precision Ag of Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And that third inning there for LaMoure A's, lots of plays in that third inning that put up a lot of runs, 9 runs there to be exact, including Joey Potts and Theoldis connecting there. Theoldis actually ended with 2 RBI. Matson with an RBI, Waldy with an RBI, Lesko with 2 RBIs. And so 7, and that's 13 runs total. So LaMoure A's final tally, 13 runs and 7 hits, 1 error. Bottineau, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. So that's our post game here. So we are going to take a little bit of a break here. Our next game is scheduled at 4 o'clock. That'll be Gwinner and Castleton. That'll be the winners brackets games. So 4 o'clock, we'll be back on the air probably about 3:45 or so. So we'll have Gwinner and Castleton coming up. Make sure to click the next link. You can listen to and watch that game as well, Gwinner and Castleton. And then 6:30 tonight, Central McLean and Thompson. So both games, Chase Miller will have the call next. So Gwinner and Castleton and Central McLean and Thompson. So far today, it was Park River over Burlington, 10-0 in 6 innings. And another 6-inning game, both winning by 10-run rule. It was LaMoure over Bottineau, 13-2. So Burlington and Bottineau eliminated from the tournament. They both go 0-2 at the State Babe Ruth tournament. But hats off to both teams as they made the state tournament this year and did a nice job, but just coming up short and going 0-2. So, all right, well, thanks again to all of our sponsors. Thanks for watching, and we're going to sign off. Gwinner and Castleton coming up next at the State Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament here in LaMoure on YourLiveEvent.com.
LaMoure Hardware.